Welcome to Hildestone College's quick lesson series where our teachers give you some English language tips.
Hello and welcome back to Quick Lessons. Today I'd like to tell you about the most common sound in English. Do you have any ideas what it might be? Well, let me tell you. It's the sound that you hear at the end of words like teacher or at the beginning of words like about. It's such a common sound that we use its name. It's called a schwa. Now, it does tend to just be English teachers that know this name. If you know native speakers of English, they probably won't know it. But now you know it, so you can use it if you want to. The symbol for this sound looks like an upside down E. So now you can also recognize it when you see it in your dictionary. Now, it is important to remember in English that letters are not sounds. This means that there isn't one letter which is always an sound. And you only ever find in unstressed syllables. So it must be an unstressed syllable to have a schwa in it. Let's see if you can guess how many schwas are in these words. In the first word, there are 3 syllables and there are 3 vowel sounds. How many of those vowel sounds are schwas? Photograph. Photograph. Do you know now how many schwas? Before I give you the answer, let's look at some other words and then I'll give you all of the answers all at once. This next word has 4 syllables and there are 4 vowel sounds. How many of these do you think are schwas? Photographer. 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 Do you know now how many schwas there are? There may be more than you think. This is our last word. This word also has 4 syllables and there are 4 vowel sounds. How many of these do you think are schwas? Photographic. 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 So how many of those sounds were schwas? Shall we have a look at the answers? A good tip to help you is to decide first which the stressed syllable is. So if you look here on this first word, you can see a little line before the first P. That shows you that the first syllable is the stressed syllable. Photograph. If the first syllable is stressed, we already know it can't be a schwa sound. So we only have the choice of the second or third syllable. Photograph. Now you can hear that I'm saying in the last syllable. Photograph. Is not an sound, so you know it's not a schwa. So it must be the middle syllable, the second syllable. Photograph. Okay. How did you do with the next word? Photographer. Can you see that the stress mark has shifted to the second syllable because we say photographer, so it's different to photograph. Photographer. Can you hear as well how the first and the third syllable have changed their sounds? Photographer. So there are 3 schwas in this word. Did you get that right? If you did, well done, because usually people don't expect there to be so many schwas in one word. And here's our last word, photographic. Here, the third syllable is stressed. Photographic. So can you hear that the sound is in the second syllable? If you did, well done. Try to remember, schwas can be any letter, any vowel actually, but never in the stressed syllable. Okay. Now, you might have wondered why the number of schwas changed, especially in that third word, photographic. Especially because we said before that in the word photographer, the first syllable has a schwa in it. Well, the reason is this word has secondary stress on the first syllable, and you can see that that's marked by a little line at the bottom of the letter. We saw before that main stress is shown with a little line at the top of the letter, but you can also see in this word a little line at the bottom. That shows us that that first syllable is still pronounced as an O sound, like in photograph, photographic. It's an O sound, it's not an It does change to an in photographer, but not in photographic. And it's because it's not an unstressed syllable. It doesn't have the main stress, that's true, but it's not an unstressed syllable. So remember, a schwa can only exist in an unstressed syllable. And there are also some sounds like ick that never become a schwa sound. Okay, now I understand that this all seems terribly complicated for you, but don't worry. If you're not sure, just use your dictionary. You know now how to check which syllable is stressed because I've shown you where the stress marks are and what they look like. I've also shown you the symbol for a schwa sound. So now when you see that in the phonetic transcription of a word, even if you don't recognize the other funny symbols, it doesn't matter because you will recognize the schwa sound. So look for the stress, check for secondary stress if it's a long word with lots of syllables, and then look to see where there's a schwa sound. Okay, good luck, happy practicing, and I hope to speak to you again soon for more quick lessons. Bye.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click on the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell icon so that you don't miss the next video. That's it for this lesson. Until next time, goodbye.